Crowe. I'm Director of Public Health for Dorset and BCP Councils. Some of you may be aware that there's been publication of the R number at regional level, which shows that in the southwest it's now at 1. I'd just like to say that actually it's only one measure that we use when we're starting to assess the risks of COVID in our community, and sometimes it's not very helpful just to look at a single measure. So when R is 1, it basically means that we're not seeing a decline in the number of cases. The number of cases is pretty much remaining the same, and that's what you'd expect at this stage in the pandemic, because we've gone past our first peak and now we're in a period where we are still having positive COVID cases, but they're at very, very low numbers. So for an area like Dorset or BCP Council, what I've been looking at is the number of cases that we get over the past 5 days, and that can function as a sort of early alert system. And just to reassure you, our numbers of cases over the past 5 days have been very low, both in BCP and Dorset councils. So we look at the number of cases, we look at things like calls to GP surgeries. We're sort of very aware that any increase in people calling with COVID-like symptoms could be the first signs of a real change in the way that COVID's spreading. I'd like to talk a little bit about NHS Test and Trace, because that's the system that's going to be a really important tool for helping us understand how we can come out of lockdown safely. It's crucial that if you have any symptoms of coronavirus at all, you self-isolate immediately and you book yourself a test, either by visiting the online portal at .gov.uk/coronavirus or calling 119. Get yourself a test booked. If it's positive, you may be contacted by NHS Test and Trace just to find out if you've been in contact with anyone else who needs to be followed up. So it's really important at this time, even though we've got low numbers of cases in Dorset and BCP Council, that we continue to take measures to control the spread of the virus. It's really important that we still take responsibility for adhering to social distancing and don't forget hand washing. And on that note, it's really important that we continue to stay at home as much as possible, that we should be working from home whenever we can, and limiting the amount of time that we spend outside, and in particular in contact with other households.